Hello everybody, my name is Ep.1. Welcome to a brand new Let's Play series in Hearts of Iron 4, Pax Britannica. It's been about, I want to say like a year-ish since we last played this mod. We're going to be playing as Britain today, which is one of the 3 countries that actually has a focus tree right now. I know there's going to be adding some more, and I think when those get released, we'll probably come back in this mod. So it's an alternate history mod, and it's not just alternate history as in, like, you know, Germany won World War I, or France lost World War I, or whatever, anything like that. If you go to the tech tree, we will, I'll show you what I mean. Is that this is like an alternate history. I can't get it, there we go, get you out of here. Where you've got mechs, you have, where is it in here? You've got, like, zombie dogs, you got a lot of, like, weird stuff going on. You got a lot of weird jet troopers. And it's 1933, which is fantastic. I think because, like, Nikola Tesla invented, like, wireless electricity. It's something like that. We're going to be playing as Imperial Britain today. Can I get this back up here? Thank you. The United Kingdom is a dominant world power in 1933. A victor in the Great War, Britain retreated into isolationism with the post-war long depression. Ripped the global economy. Propping itself up with the inter-empire trade, the United Kingdom and an Imperial Confederation have weathered the storm of the interwar relatively unscathed. However, vast speculation bubbles, unstable currency, and growing global discontent threaten to undermine Britain's empire, particularly as tensions continue to rise with the up-and-coming American Commonwealth. The United Kingdom now faces threats from resurgent France and Russia, eager to settle the scores from the Great War, as well as the conflict within an increasingly precarious empire and the nation itself. Fantastic. We will disable the audio for now, due to the nature of the mod, depends on TNO styles, straight to peace deals. Okay. Okay, we will not break the mod. Yeah, don't break the mod. I prefer my mods to be unbroken. So we are, how many units have we got? We have 14 divisions. Again, we do have a pretty large empire. We'll look at that in just a second here. Research slots. We got 4 slots open. It is 1933. Are you researched? Yes, okay. What do we not have? We could go with, 37. We can go for a terror weapon. Terror weapons are always a little fun. We'll go basic industry tech with you. Give me construction. Anything. 1918 support. Nobody ever, in any mod that I've ever seen in Hearts of Iron 4, has ever had the 1918 support weapons unlocked. Why is that the case? Why is there never a mod that just starts you off with support weapons? I don't know. Aside from that, you're 34. You do give me the 1933 MREs. I'm sure that'll probably be important. We currently have 64 factories. 13, 17, 34. Looking pretty good. Probably could use, I'm gonna say, give me 5 armed factories in London for now. And give me 2 in East Anglia. And then after that, let's just go like 1 civilian in Scotland. Sounds good to me. I'm going to put 1 more into rifle production. We have 17 dockyards. Well, first and foremost, we can get some submarines. Give me some convoys as well. We only have 174, which is actually surprisingly low. Do we have dreadnoughts? No. So give me 1 big boy. And then 1 slightly smaller boy. So, of course, we really only control the British Isles. The other parts of the our empire is controlled by, like, various puppet states. So we've got, Britain, we've got Ireland over here. We've got the Commonwealth of Quebec. I don't know why it's not showing up. Properly. We do have the United States that are also in our faction as well, which is nice. We have the British African Authority. We got the East African Administration. We also got some territory over here in Australia, and a little bit of territory in India, but not nothing too crazy there. And then France and Russia are apparently going to be our biggest rivals here. Maybe also Germany will kind of we'll see what me and the Germans end up doing together. We have you in Gibraltar. We're going to send you over northwards. You're into. Are you my colony? Hey, we got you as well. Fantastic. We have some more units here. Again, I'm just going to send everybody to Britain for now. The colonies can, I think, more or less defend themselves, right? I believe in them. How many units do I actually have in total? Okay, not that many more. We'll send all of you over to Europe. You guys can go to Dover for now. Throw you underneath a field marshal. Nope, not the field marshal. I would like to select you. Thank you. We'll get Edmund. We will get William. And everybody will just go to where they need to be. What are we missing? We are missing those air support naval bombers. Fair enough. Get some close air support. I will build naval bombers because that'll probably be useful against the French at some point. We're not training any units. Do I have any, right now, we don't really have a lot of equipment, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. We do have, like, 1 mech. We have 1 mech division right now. We have 3. Ooh, look at us go. Infantry division. I guess we'll just give me, like, 10. Even though it might take them a while to actually get deployed. Decisions. We'll worry about that in a second. What are we missing? We're missing a little bit of rubber. We'll get that from just one of our colonies. Fantastic. What is our navy looking like as well? Unsurprisingly, absolutely massive. So let's get all of our naval vessels together. We'll bring them over to East End. And Edward announces his intent to marry. Edward, the heir presumptive of the King Emperor George V, has approached his father with the intent to marry Princess Helen von Holstenhorn. The relationship between the two has been largely kept under wraps for the last few years. However, with the king's health declining rapidly, Edward wishes to ensure his blessing before the condition degrades further. Though George's mental state is in decline, he retained his facilities enough to at least sign off on the marriage. By Edward's hope, however, the open support from his father continues to elude him, and George lapses back into malaise almost immediately after the conversation. Though he did not show it, father's bouts of delusion clearly weighed on Edward, and he quickly left his father's side to announce the engagement. What would have been one of the most important days of his life would, as always, be tempered by his ever-elusive father's emotional distance. Poor Edward the 8th, I think? Edward the 8th? Right now we have the House of Commons. We got the Hague Tories, Progressive Tories, both of them support us. The Whigs are supportive of it. Unsurprisingly, the Labour Party, the Workers' Union, don't like us too much. We also got the National People's Party, which I'm assuming is the... Yeah, you're in the right coalition. You guys are in the far left coalition. And then the NPP, who are in our coalition, even though they don't support us, they are in our coalition. I mean, that's nice. Offer concessions. I guess we could go, I mean, do we need their support? How much support does the NPP actually have? I mean, 18% makes them tied for second largest party. English is Imperial Britain's main culture. Londoners accepted. North English accepted. Okay, so we got a lot of cultures here as well. Fantastic. Yeah, so we'll just let things ride out for now. Our navies are approaching. Our allied forces are on their way in. There is a civil war going on in Italy right now between the King of Italy and the Italian Social Revolutionary Front, led by the Nero Imperialist, which are essentially this universe fascist. Okay, the King's health. Declining health of the King Emperor is no secret among the royal family or the government. His governance of Britain during the years after the Great War took a heavy toll on him mentally and physically. The last few months have been much harder than anyone could have expected. The complications from his habitual smoking and respiratory infections have left him largely bedridden, further depressing his mental state. Though doctors have kept him on strict regimen and medications, he's continued to degrade mentally. Many of the royal family believe his death will be coming sooner rather than later, so they return to London to be with the king during his final days. He's going to be dying in 33, which is not surprising. The King George V, he loves dying. Really more than anything else. Okay, the French Republic has failed. They have now gone the new imperialist, which is not a surprise. I think that's the typical route that they're supposed to go. I know there's a few other things that France can do, but... Okay, stand off in the French border, basically the militarization of the Rhineland. And again, that's fine. If Germany and France want to fight, we can always just kind of step in at a later date. End of an era. The last day of Britain's King Emperor were spent in a musty room in Santarem House, breaking out of consciousness only for the briefest moments to ask about the Empire. Each time the nurses would reassure him, and each time he lapsed back into a daze. Day by day, Edward watched his father fall further and further into the clutches of death. Less than a month ago, he approached him to marry, and now he sat at the deathbed of a father who barely even recognized him. George, for his part, had little to ruminate on, Regrets during his brief pains of awareness. Regrets that he could not be like his father. Regrets that he could not be the same great man who steered his state through the catastrophe. Had he been more lucid, perhaps he and his son would have a common foundation, but his mind was lost in the morphine-induced mist. The hour finally came in the dead of the night. As George's nurse administered one last dose of sedatives, the sun rose on an empire without a king, the son without a father. And can I do this now? No, not quite yet. There will be an economic crisis very, very soon, which is going to be fun for everybody. And I'm not too sure which way we're probably going to go. So either go NPP, Tory, or Workers' Union. Well, I'm trying to remember back. I think when we played as France, again, this would have been last April or last May, we were the far right. When we played as Germany, we went down whatever their equivalent of the Workers' Union Party is, like the State Socialist Party. So I think we're just going to go Tory. We're just going to stay with the more liberal route. I think it makes sense. And so the king addresses the nation. Having been officially coronated as the new king emperor of the British Empire, Edward addressed the nation via radio. The future of the nation, he said, is one of progress and modernity. He stated his firm belief in the foundation of the Imperial Confederation, reaffirmed his enthusiasm for the soon approaching Imperial Congress. Though his father did not frequently choose to address the nation directly, Edward has instead chosen to fully embrace the modernization of the monarchy. A further announcement came that he would be conducting regular radio addresses to the country, attempting to answer questions from the public and to further build bridges between the king and his countrymen. As expected, the speech saw wider support for the public, though some on the left grumbled at Edward's seeming intention to re-emphasize the monarchy in British politics. So what can I do with 109 political power? We can meet with associations, meet with industrialists, meet with union members, offer subsidies to farmers. Gives us 2 agroponics, which I think we got Tesla towers, which are more factories. Actually, I think it makes all factories just 30% better. I think. Can I take like 1 off of you and throw in a nice Tesla coil? Apparently, people are also bombing the Suez Canal, which I think is a little rude. So you're +3. I'm assuming that's food. Yeah, we have agriculture, rare metals. I think there's a couple of different things in here. So I guess that's like more food. Do I need to spend all those political power to get some more food? I don't think so. And of course, because our empire is so large, we can always just import it from elsewhere if need be. Okay, so right now, the current outlook of Imperial reform is neutral. Do I want reform, or do I want to promote conservatism? Modern Imperial Confederation is a product of more than a century of reforms, aggression, and compromise between the British Empire, keeping the British Empire together. Initially formed through the Acts of Autonomy to create the United Dominions, the Confederation has gradually expanded to transform the Empire into a supernatural alliance of nations united beneath the British Crown. I'm not going to worry about this quite yet. Matters of state. I'm assuming it's going to be mostly when we're actually at war with people. Nicaragua. 600 days until that's actually... Nicaragua? Why of all countries? Okay, so in this universe, the Panama Canal doesn't exist. They're putting it through Nicaragua. So it's 1933 and there's no... Okay, I do think we want to invest in construction there. Oh no, 5 civilian factories. That's not a big deal. 1,000 manpower. We have 207k, so that seems pretty okay. Yeah, let's send those workers as well. I think that seems good for us. We get our Army and Navy experience. Why not? And can we do anything with you? Because we got some people in cabinet. Got a couple of laws, policies, economic. We have a lot of different types of policies. We got a lot of stuff going on right now. Oh, and I've got spies. Look at us go. I don't know why there's like a little picture of like play of film here. It doesn't seem like it actually does anything, so I'm not too sure what's up with that. Okay, we do have some decisions. We could go for limited conscription. Always kind of happy to have it. Infantry attack goes up. 5% cheaper weapons as well. I mean, that seems pretty good. It does require us not to be at war with Germany. You require us... You're British. So these are like foreign companies as well. Like if Japan liked us, then we could work with the Japanese. If Russia liked us, we could work with Russia. If Italy liked us, I'm assuming this is maybe, or the French liked us, and we weren't at war with them, I think that's actually a pretty neat little idea there. Can't do anything with any of you. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting German. Are German weapons just better than ours? I mean, ours is a reliability upgrade, which is absolute shit. Are you the best one we have? Your defense 5% cheaper, supply consumption. You're 10% cheaper with a attrition. Just give me Mauser. Me and Germany can be friends. If I remember correctly, like, we should have an alliance with Germany at some point. There's also the Russian Civil War going on. Edison introduces mining androids. During a telescreen press conference earlier today, Representative Edison Imperial Electric announced plans for new mining androids to be introduced across the British Isles. These androids, with minimal human involvement, drastically improve safety in mines by reducing the potential loss of human life. The droids operate through a series of remote wire networks that allow them to maintain power even deep underground, dramatically reducing costs and upkeep. While the British Coal and Steel Corporation has not commented on the development, the English and Welsh Coal Miner Union have gone into an uproar. They claim that these androids are little more than a cost-cutting retaliation by Edison Electronics for last year's general strike. The WP weighed in on the issue as well, claiming that these sort of automation changes are increasingly threatening jobs of the British people. Well, if we're going to be going down like the Tories, I think it makes sense that we just say fuck the unions and bring in the robots. As many robots as we can fit on our lovely little isles here. I'm not going to worry about you. So 640 days. So I'm assuming, like, right now, this canal is considered broken. Why is our garrison template the robots? Its suppression value is actually 0. Okay, put in the cavalry, please, so we can actually use them. Thank you, thank you. Okay, we got the Wuchang Revolution. Sonia. I'm thinking this is in China. I'm not too worried about that. Wait, if I can't switch it back. That's fine. I'm sure this is okay. How many guns are we down? 15,000? Okay, when you put it that way, that does seem pretty bad. Yeah, I mean, that doesn't seem great. Okay, I'm going to duplicate you. I'm going to remove this because there's no reason to have you in here. I don't think this is actually going to do too much in terms of cost. I mean, it's slightly cheaper. It's slightly cheaper. And right now, you are on autonomous administration. Let's just go with local police force. I generally think that's going to be like the best option no matter what. And Edison Electronic layoffs abound. In the weeks since Edison Electronic introduced the new mining droids, there has been a rash of layoffs across coal mines across Britain. A large number of mines brought out by Edison Electronic in the last decade have had nearly 2/3 of their workforce laid off. Edison representatives have stated that the change is due to the recent need for a large human workforce in mining operations, although the miners' unions claim the move is yet another retaliation to break the unions. Fights broke out in multiple mines between Edison security and British workers, escalating into a full-blown riot in one of the mines in Wales. Workers subdued guards and proceeded to burn or dismantle the mining droids for several minutes until the police intervened. We're going to lose stability, we're going to lose 50 political power. The left hates us. I'm assuming we have no support, right? Yeah, 0-0. I don't even know why the NPP hates me so much. Tasmanian tigers become extinct. We've got a war. No, there's 2 different Chinas. Nope, never mind. They are now at war. We've got the Great Qing against the NRA. I don't know who's going to end up winning. Probably the NRA would be my guess. We'll kind of see. Anti-automation riots in Cardiff. Anti-automation riots have begun to escalate across Wales, with most intense being in the cities of Cardiff and Swansea. Rioters have been pillaging local shops and destroying any android they can get their hands on. Even the augmented are under fire, and local constables, the constables have reported multiple assaults on, and even the murder of a veteran with an arm replacement. Emergency personnel or in the area are being stretched thin. The Parliament is demanding that we respond to the current circumstances. The local Home Guard garrison is available nearby and ready for deployment, but the military police action could cause more harm than good. Translating the riot's physical L is the best option. No, absolutely we're going to deploy the local garrison. We cannot allow these unionists any leeway. Any leeway. Exactly. Martial laws, that sounds good to me. Thanks to the Home Guard intervention in Wales, the riot in Cardiff and Swansea have been brought under de facto martial law. Home Guard troops continue to patrol the streets, supplemented by local constables. Hardsuit troopers proved pivotal, pacifying the riots at minimum acceptable losses. We face condemnation from the British left, while the right supports the move. It's a mixed bag of situation. Although anti-automation protests continue, Wales is under control for the moment. So we're going to remove economic study. Look, that's a 10% stability speed and a 20% construction speed bonus. The Whigs will like us less. The right will like us more. And we get the automation crisis. Fantastic. I'm sure that's okay. Is that a focus? 34 Imperial Congress. Flying Clause. 37 election. Okay, now we can do the economic crisis. Oh, no, we bypassed that. And then we're just waiting for the election. When is the election? Do I know? I have no idea. But I think it should be this year, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like it's going to be this year. But I think that at least for the time being, this is going to be a good time for us to end off for today. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, thumbs up. Not enjoying, thumb down. You want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.